you, Reverend. So he's our #1 volunteer so far. He's submitting the signatures and he's made the first donation. And for our last speaker, I'd like to ask Michelle Mondor, who's a resident of Fort Fairfield, to please come forward and share a personal story. Michelle?
Thank you, Betsy. My name is Michelle Mondor, and I'm the mother of a gay son. And this is my moral support person, Yolande Dumont, who is the mother of a gay son, who's my son's partner.
Who we know?
I'm presently working and living in Fort Fairfield as a school guidance counselor. My permanent home, however, is in Biddeford, where I live with my husband of 45 years. I'm a mother, a grandmother, and a proud Mainer. I'm here today because I'm also one of the countless Mainers whose views in marriage have evolved over the years. Having grown up as a Catholic in the Catholic Church, I remember struggling with the issue of same-sex marriage back when I was in grad school. Back then, it wasn't something that was discussed, and the idea of gays and lesbians marrying was not something I could have imagined. Over time, as I met more gay and lesbian co-workers and neighbors, I became more accepting and tolerant. But even then, the idea of gay people getting married was something that ran counter to my upbringing and everything my church had led me to believe. For several years before my son Rodney came out, I was preparing myself and my husband for the day it would become a reality that my son was gay. I had always suspected for many years. Like all parents, I want my son to have access to all the protection and opportunities that everyone else has, and I didn't want him to face any discrimination or harm. But I knew that once my son came out officially, his standing would change from a majority, a heterosexual male, to a minority, a gay male. My awareness included the knowledge that he was no longer safe, that's how I felt, because of who he is. I spoke to my priest and others at my church and talked about it with my husband, and I did a lot of praying. When my son met Ray, his partner of more than 11 years now, I realized how lucky he was to have found a soulmate whom he would spend the rest of his life with. He was happier than I'd ever seen him before. He seemed at peace with himself for the first time. Once I saw their love and commitment for one another is just as strong as the love and commitment my husband and I share. I could no longer see any reason why they shouldn't be allowed to marry one another just like we did. But Rodney and Ray are not the only ones whose lives would be dramatically improved if Mainers allow them the freedom to marry. The two of them have adopted a son who's 11 years old. He has grown up in a household with two parents who love him more than anything else in the world, and I consider myself incredibly blessed to have a healthy, happy grandson who will grow up in such a nurturing household. He needs the protection and stability of knowing that his two dads are married, and I pray that the people of Maine will make that reality so that our entire family can join them in celebrating their love at their wedding. Thank you.